Hey guys, it's West here, back with another Summoner's War account improvement video. Today, of course, we are back again on the SMStarryNite account. We have been farming quite a bit, trying to get some monster improvements as well as some rune improvements, and we have a little bit of progress to show you guys that I'm fairly excited about. So, first things first, we're going to talk about monsters. Because this is a 6-star your monster event, we have 6-star Chusun. I felt like Chusun is a very strong core unit that can be used in a lot of places of the game and can bring a lot of benefits to most PvP situations between Guild Labyrinth, between Guild Wars, and some places in Arena as well. Guild Labyrinth, of course, not being a PvP area, but a huge area where Chusun can shine, and I felt that Chusun was a really valuable 6-star. Other monsters that we have adjusted or runed up or powered up in some way, we have Monte. Monte is an amazing dark nat 4 that brings a lot of utility, is really good in Guild Labyrinth as well, good in Guild Siege and Guild War offense, has a lot of usability in a lot of places, just like Chusun does. So as a support monster, he's very strong, potential built-in violent runes, doesn't have any requirements in terms of harmful effect rate being gained upon skill up, so possibly usable without max skill. Of course, you do want to max skill these units to get their maximum potential, but you can use Monte very well even without skill ups in some situations, depending on whether or not you want him to use his abilities multiple times. Of course, we talked about Helia in the last episode. I have been working on her. A big thing I've been doing on Starry Knight's account is farming a ton of fire and water, Hall of Water and Hall of Fire, so that I can get these Harpy secret dungeons. It's really important to skill up this unit just because you get so much from skill ups. Your harmful effect rate is terrible without max skill on the first skill. Your cooldowns are high if you don't max skill the third skill, and you get a little cooldown reduction from the second skill too. As well as it's really hard to look past all the damage you gain. 30% on the first skill, 40% on the second skill, and 30% on the third skill as well. You get a lot of damage bonus, which doesn't sound like a lot right now, but when you really have runes on that unit and you've really powered them all the way up and given them all those skill ups, the damage output increase is pretty significant. So it's really important to make sure that I get max skill on this unit in order to not only land the defense breaks consistently, but do enough damage to make her as viable as possible for a speed team. So currently we have 3 skill ups on her. I've also farmed 3 more. I'm in the process of making them all 4-star in order to use them as food to make her into a 5-star, and then of course we have plenty of food right here to make her into a 6-star. She's going to be the next 6-star and the final one that we need for this event. So we are getting both event progress and real significant in-game progress by 6-starring these units. That is going to help progression, very quickly in the future. Another unit that we have awakened is Orochi. We're going to talk about him in a little bit, but mostly for his leadership skill, he has been awakened and brought out of storage. Other than that, there's not any units that we've really worked on per se in terms of leveling. However, there have been quite a few rune changes that have been going on. So our first one that we're going to talk about is Megan. Megan has gained about 20 speed. This is so that Megan is speed tuned with Bernard using that Orochi leadership skill. I'm very excited about this arena team that I've set up. And so Megan is going to be the main attack buffer, and since Starry Night doesn't use Megan for any PvE content currently, she's not currently worried about dragons, and in Giants we use Galleon instead of Megan and Bella combo. So Megan can be runed up purely for PvP content, so that's really, really exciting because I just was able to ditch the accuracy and go straight in for the speed. This also means that those nicer speed, accuracy, HP, defense runes that Megan was kind of hogging can go to supports that are a little bit more valuable, monsters like Chusun, monsters like Monte, and some TOA hard monsters as well, because she does have some TOA hard units that need swift runes. So we sped her up. We also managed to speed up Bernard by about 10 speed, I believe, so he's sitting right at 264 speed. He's fairly quick. I'm really happy about his speed. Of course, there are plenty of improvements that we can make. This slot 4 could be a lot faster. Slot 3, the slot 6 could potentially have a little bit of speed boost, but we have this 23 speed and this 20 speed rune right here. So Bernard's pretty quick, for her point of the game. 264 is a nicely sped up Bernard, and we're using him in this current arena offense that we have built for her. Let's bring it against something we can test it. I want to test it here even though it's kind of risky. So this is currently her arena offense. Like I said, we are using this Orochi just for the speed lead. Of course, this is relying on Lucian doing enough damage. With this speed lead, Bernard is 295 speed. Plus there's towers, and she is about a level 10, or a level 7 or 8 speed tower, meaning 10% speed increase. So this team is speed tuned to move Bernard, Megan, then Lucian, and Lucian there should be no gap between Bernard and Lucian anywhere. I did the math. With a 30% attack bar increase, Megan would have to be at a minimum 211 speed in order to move right after Bernard with this wind speed lead. And Megan is 20 speed over that, or 19 speed over that. And then Lucian only has to be about half of the Bernard speed. So Lucian would only have to be 151 speed in order to be perfectly speed tuned, and Lucian is over 180 speed when using this speed lead. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. The only issue that I have come into in building this kind of team and building this so far is, wow, that is a fast Orion, is Lucian doesn't do enough damage. That's the big thing. Lucian can't take down some of these really big tanks, especially if he doesn't crit on some of the wind tanks. So the big issue we're going to come across here is people who are going to have even faster Bernards. But our Bernard with this speed lead is going to outspeed a lot of things, and we're just trying out a bunch of stuff here. I guarantee we're going to get outsped by a lot of people. We shouldn't get outsped by everybody, and you can see if we outspeed them with our Bernard, our Lucian is going to go before the Wusa. Yes, so my calculations, my math was not completely off. And you can see the big problem here, we even almost took out that Rakan. Our big issue here was not being able to do enough damage, which is fine because that's an issue that can very easily, or relatively easily, be solved just by improving rune quality. And any issue that stops at rune quality is kind of a nice issue to have, because rune quality is something you can control or can try to change or improve by farming more giants. And that's about all that needs to happen on this account, is just more giants is going to bring so many improvements to the game. And you can see here, we're able to do most of the damage with Lucian and then just kind of go in and pick them off one by one. I'm really happy with the team. Of course, it still has a long way to go in terms of making Lucian stronger and possibly even ruining up Orochi so that he could actually do something besides just sit here. So there's a lot of stuff still to be done. However, I'm very happy with where it is right now, and I'm really glad that I could outspeed some of these higher level fighter and early level conqueror defenses. This means that all I have to do is, of course, get as much speed as I can and constantly make improvements on the Bernard and constantly improve the damage on Lucian. And if I do that, I think I'll be able to do really, really well on this account in the next, week or so. So here's Lucian's stats right now. Lucian's stats aren't even all that impressive. There's still like a lot of attack to be gained. Crit rate is really, really important. You want 100% crit rate if you're going to go into arena, ideally, just so that you can crit those wind tanks, because those can be an issue if you don't take them out right away. Of course, putting runes on Orochi would be nice. At the very least, I'm going to give him a little bit of accuracy, although I'm not sure how I feel about making him faster than Lucian, and it's very easy to make Orochi faster than Lucian since he's a speed-based damage dealer, so we'll see how that turns out. However, speed crit damage attack Orochi can do a lot of damage, so maybe we'll have him built up for some stuff. Maybe he can weaken down some enemies. The only problem with that is if we accidentally or by chance hit a nemesis unit and cause them to move before Lucian, which can be an issue, but we'll see. The only thing this team struggles with, of course, is fire defenses where there are 2 fire threats. Oftentimes this kind of arena offense can take out a Rakan. Even though Rakan is fire, with the 3 hits, you're likely to crit at least one of them, and you'll do quite a bit of damage to the Rakans. A lot of people who put their Rakans on defense either go with like a huge HP build or they do hybrid build. I've seen a lot of hybrid builds, so Lucian ignoring that defense can do quite a bit to those Rakans and just kind of shred them down. Especially because if you have a slot taken up by defense percentage, your Rakan has already been gimped a little bit against an ignored defense monster. However, even against the triple HP percentage Rakans, you can do a fair amount of damage with Lucian if your Lucian is well runed. So I think all we really have to do is improve the runes on this Lucian to make him perform better in PvP. So you can see he has a lot of HP from substats, so he's got a lot to transfer out for crit rate, a lot of runes that need to be changed. This rune right here needs reappraisals because this is a 6-star legendary rune and it rolled 3 rolls into flat HP upon one of the reappraisals. However, of the 4 I did on this account about a month ago when I did the reappraisal for this rune, this was the best outcome I received, and it was the second to last reappraisal, so it's what I ended up having to keep. However, a lot of other runes like this crit damage rune can be improved. This rune has some potential improvements, maybe, is a pretty decent rune. And this rune has plenty of room for improvement as well. So we've got a lot of improvements to make on this Lucian that it's going to make him better and better. Nothing currently, there's not too much I can take. I could take this potentially from the Lucian, although I'm kind of scared of gimping the Tashar too much just because Tashar is so necessary for her Giants B10 team. I'll go ahead and show that again for anybody who is curious about whether or not that's still performing correctly and how that's working. But I believe once we take out Veramos in this team and put in Helia, we're going to be able to improve the consistency of this team. Although we may potentially sacrifice some reliability. I'm not sure yet. I believe, though, if the defense breaking, the boss, and the mid-boss are the only issues that this team really encounters, and that's the only thing making it slow enough to where the boss is able to get a hit on us, then we won't need the Vero cleanse anyways, because of course Veramos is in here not only for the single target damage, but to cleanse off that defense break that the boss puts on. But I don't think that'll be an issue, just even with the current speed of the team. I don't think that'll be an issue we'll have to deal with as long as we can consistently land that defense break, because we should be able to kill the boss fast enough where that doesn't become a concern. So that's probably it in terms of progression. I'll go ahead and do one last showing of the box, and I'll fly through some of the runes. I don't think we've gotten anything super notable in terms of rune quality lately, but I know that sometimes people are curious about rune quality. And you could see even here we didn't really land a defense break, and we were still able to take the boss down. That's why Lupinus works really well in this team. She helps for consistency as well, but yeah, I think once we get the Helia in here and get that more consistent defense break, it'll be pretty nice. Here's the current state of monsters. Here are the runes on that 6-star Chasun. She's just on Swift Energy. This is not a violent set. So she's on a very basic Speed HP with the 5-star runes in slot 2 and 6, so that's fairly decent. Nothing too special. We runed up Marna for some stuff in the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth is really fun. It's been cool. We got quite a few grinds, yeah, between Labyrinth, and we've been doing some R3, not because we want to farm R3, but just because the current event requires the completion of Rift Beasts or Raid, so I figured just doing R3 with 3 accounts at a time would be a faster way to get through all of the different accounts completing that event. So we've gotten a little bit of Raid farming in. We got this amazing grindstone in our guild shop today. I was really excited. We saw that right here. I was, ecstatic because we only have 4 slots unlocked at this guild level, so I was able to get that grind on a bunch of accounts. That's really exciting, potentially for the future, of course for her violent runes. So we've got a whole bunch of just random stuff here and there scattered all over the place in terms of grinds. Nothing too notable. Any other units? I don't think so. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to be involved with the next account improvement, you want your account to be improved, of course, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions about this account or you need help with anything in the game, I'm always happy to respond in the comment section. And yeah, that's about it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, it's West again. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more.